to be working with Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is a firm favorite of this group. I say that every time. Archangel Michael, and the theme is spiritual healing. All right, so I'm going to start off by talking about, does spirit heal? What is spiritual healing basically? And there are many answers to that, but the one short and sweet answer that Archangel Michael wanted me to concentrate on today is that spiritual healing changes consciousness. Okay, so this is one factor which makes spiritual healing different to other modalities of health, personal development, and self care. So, what is consciousness? Okay, very good question. Consciousness is basically the raw data sitting in the body in the form of potential. And it is this raw data in the form of potential, which consciousness is, that's sitting in your body, that actually gets turned into activity in the body, such as the activity of biochemistry in the body, the activity of thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and so on. So, to make that a little bit more simple to understand, I'm going to use an analogy, the cake recipe analogy, I'm going to call it. And that is to say that when you have a cake recipe, you have a set of instructions of how to make that cake, okay? But you don't have a cake yet until those instructions have actually been followed through on, then you don't have a cake. So basically, this is the same as consciousness. With consciousness, it is the instructions, if you like. Okay, using the cake recipe analogy, it is the instructions, it is the raw data. And then how you take those instructions and run with them in action, in activity, in thoughts, emotions, behavior, biochemistry, etc., is what we're talking about, that spiritual healing can change. So, not all, one thing that's really important to understand is that not all consciousness is created equally. Okay, so there are many, many, many different types of consciousness or raw data, okay, that's sitting in the form of potential inside of your body. Some consciousness, some of the raw data of consciousness, the instructions within consciousness is very clear, is very focused, concise, and leads to more healthy outcomes. Okay, and that's the type of consciousness that sits closer to spirit and soul consciousness. All right. And then there's other types of consciousness as well in the body that doesn't lead to as great an outcome. An example of that might be consciousness in your body that comes from an infection, consciousness that comes from some blocked emotional and mental patterning inside of your body, consciousness that comes from some of your genetically inherited patterns, past life patterns, trauma. There's so many different other consciousnesses that can be sitting inside of the body, informing the body's activities. All right, so we want the consciousness that is informing the activities in our body to be mostly coming from that soul spirit place, but that takes a while to get there. And that's one of the reasons that I have this group. I've created this group so that you can be creating a relationship with your spirit. And by creating that relationship with your spirit, then you're helping to ensure that some of that raw data through which the activity in your body is based on is coming from your spirit. Anyway, back to spiritual healing. So, not all consciousness is created the same. And the role of spiritual healing, as I was saying at the very beginning, is about changing consciousness. So, in the particular type of spiritual healing that we're looking at in this group and that I'm talking about spiritual healing where actual spirits with a specific nature and skills that are not impeded by ego or bound by, there's nothing, it's not that there's anything wrong with ego, but are not limited by the ego senses or their human senses. They're not limited by that. So these actual spirits come in with their skill sets and they shift the consciousness in your body. They change the underlying instructions that are informing your behavior, your thoughts, your emotions, and your biochemistry. And they change it to whatever is relevant and necessary that needs to occur inside of those instructions. Okay, so an example of that might be that you have a genetically inherited pattern around believing that you're not good enough. And so the consciousness of I'm not good enough is sitting here. And you've built all these habits of thinking, acting, behaving on top of this consciousness. It's like a tower that you've built there. And so spiritual healing can come in and start to break down that tower that you've built on top of that consciousness and take this consciousness here that comes from your soul, that has a consciousness of, self-love, self-belief, and trust, and help you to start building a tower. Okay, start building habits of thinking, acting, and behaving built on that particular consciousness. I hope that that makes sense. Let me know. So, why are we working with Archangel Michael today? Well, because Archangel Michael is incredible when it comes to getting rid of any noise that might be in the way of you creating a deeper relationship with spirit consciousness. Okay, it's really that simple. So let's do a presence exercise with Archangel Michael right now to help build your relationship with spirit. Okay. So get yourself in whatever place and space you need to be in order to just give your attention, your focus over to me for the next 10 minutes while we do that presence exercise with Archangel Michael. It's really, really important to do these exercises to start having spirit become more a part of who and what you know yourself to be and your reality, part of your sense of self, not just a concept, but part of your sense of self. All right, so Archangel Michael, take your attention and your focus inside of your body. I want you to imagine the bottom of your feet. I want you to imagine a single dot in the center of the bottom of each of your feet. And I want you to take your focus down to those two dots in the bottom of each of your feet. Take your attention and your focus down into there. Hold it there. What we're doing here is helping to ground your focus, your presence into your body a bit more. Take it out of your head and take it back into the body now. Archangel Michael is placing his hands on the soles of your feet. And through those central dots of focus on the bottom of each of your feet, Archangel Michael is now sending his purple light of spirit into the bottom of your feet. Archangel Michael is placing his hands on the bottom of your feet, and he is sending his purple light of spirit into your feet, grounding you, bringing your presence out of the mind and out of the emotions and out of the astral levels of self where we're conceptualizing and creating ideas all the time, bringing all of that focus and that attention into the elements of your body. Archangel Michael has his hands on the bottom of your feet. He's sending purple light of spirit into your feet and is deeply grounding your presence into your body. His purple light of spirit is filling your toes. From your big toes fanning outwards, each of your toes is filling with purple light of spirit into the insides of your feet and your ankles. Your ankles and your feet are filling with the purple light of spirit from Archangel Michael. Through your lower legs and into your knees, up and through your upper legs now, so both of your legs are filling the purple light of spirit of Archangel Michael is expanding into the cells and the tissues of your legs. Your legs are filling with the purple light of spirit. The consciousness in your legs, spirit consciousness, is awakening that little bit more in your legs, starting to direct the activity of your psyche. That is your biochemistry, your thoughts and your emotions. This purple light of spirit from Archangel Michael present in your legs is grounding you into more spirit consciousness. Archangel Michael is continuing to hold his hands on the bottom of your feet. There are two purple dots in the very center of your feet. And through these dots, Archangel Michael is sending his purple light of spirit into your body. This purple light of spirit is moving from your legs and into the pelvic region now. It's filling the pelvis. It's filling your abdomen. It's filling your hips, your waist, your lower back. It's moving through your belly and your lower back into your waist, into your solar plexus area. This purple light of spirit from Archangel Michael is moving up and through your chest, your rib cage, your chest, your heart and your lungs, through your upper back into your shoulders. Purple light from Archangel Michael is moving through your entire torso now, and this purple light is helping spirit consciousness to become more present, more awake inside of the cells and the tissues of your torso. And from the cells and the tissues, from this unconscious space, it starts to move into the subconscious emotional feeling level and into the more conscious thought level as well. Archangel Michael's purple light is bringing to wakefulness spirit consciousness inside of your torso. Moving into your arms now, down through your shoulders, down through your upper arms. Purple light of Archangel Michael into your elbows, into your lower arms, your wrists, your hands, the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands, your thumbs and your fingers. Purple light of spirit from Archangel Michael is sitting through your arms, bringing to wakefulness spirit consciousness. Into your neck and your throat now. Purple light of spirit from Archangel Michael is moving into your neck and your throat, into your chin and your mouth, your cheeks and your nose and your forehead, your ears, your brain, the back of your head, the crown of your head. Your whole neck, throat and head is filled with purple light from Archangel Michael. Purple light from Archangel Michael calling to wakefulness, spirit consciousness in your neck, throat and head region. I invite you now to place your hands on top of your heart. Place your hands on top of your heart and repeat the following words after me. I am spirit. I am love. And again, I am spirit. I am love. And one final time, I am spirit. I am love. And these words just very importantly affirm your will and your intent to move your spirit consciousness to take up more space in your experience of yourself and all the activity taking place inside of your body, physically, behaviorally, mentally, and emotionally. Just take a moment to offer some thanks and gratitude to Archangel Michael, and then very gently in your own time transition out of the meditation space back into your everyday state of consciousness, and push an emoji or drop in a comment to keep the group nice and alive. We love hearing from you. I like hearing from you. And that's all for today. All right, thank you. Bye for now.